Hello, Miss Me Mandy. My channel, YouTube. It could be on Red YouTube. Ms. Mandy. Or practicing. Video 3 or 4. I just did a clip and I don't know if it went through or whatever. But believe this or don't believe this, call me psychiatric. Never would I be a lunatic. I know the little, takes a lot to get there. And snapping. That's something I would not be planning for. You know, I can take pretty much any kind of news, criticism, bad mouth names, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Oh man, there's no music in the back. How boring. Anyways, there's this girl on the phone and she sounds just like Whitney. I can't stand her. She fucking kills a baby and she's off in 6 months, dude. Utah, anyways, has more missing people in all the states. Utah. I'm from, Ogden. They have Central Ogden, West, North, East, and South. This Whitney, I got her in my ear right here. She's like, oh my god, like, my boyfriend, like, for reals. I used to do that when I was like a teenager too. So, I don't know how old the person is in my ear. It's not Whitney. Looks like somebody's over there by the mirror back there. So anyways, I could help find some of the people that they need if they would come and ask me with their mouth. Talking to me through the walls and shit. Some people can, some people can't. Some people text message, some people don't. It's accommodation, disability, title, whatever you choose it to be. But something's going on in my local city news right now. And even maybe in Salt Lake, really close cities. Farmington, Brigham, Bountiful, Slatersville, Summit County, shit like that. I don't know exactly what. I went to the court one time. I got invited. And they didn't tell me what level. So I went to level 2 for some reason. And I sat there and waited. And nobody showed up. And then somebody helpfully told me maybe you want to go to 5. So I went up to 5 and nobody was out there. Nobody was there. I sat there I looked out the windows and shit. And then I left. There's nobody there. I was going to support somebody that invited me there. Just like a moral support or whatever. And she wasn't even around anywhere. Her name was on the board though. But it said at 10:30. And she told me it was at like 2 or 1 or some shit like that. Anyways. So I don't even want to talk about... This is like a recording for therapy. If I do like 3 of these in one day, maybe I won't talk so much outside of my mouth. Because like I said, I use these lips and I talk. And I never used to fucking talk about whatever I talk about. Mostly myself or relate it to myself. And I can't be... It's okay to do that, but it can't be like a good permanent thing to be having, you know. So I'm trying to keep my voice. I know my voice where it goes, but I'm trying to stop talking all the time. I hate it. I don't want to have to tell you the reason when exactly I did start talking, but I just started talking. I've done some therapy and they said, just teach me to love myself some more. And I already fucking love myself. Excuse my language. I already love myself that much. It's kind of disgusting how much they made me love myself. And some of the things they told me to do, I don't agree with. I don't know how many times they expect me to do these things. I'm old enough. Nobody has custody over me. whatever kind of custody, if they do have over me, it's called larceny by trick. If you know what that means. I kind of do. But I'm so sorry. That's into my head right here. Right? I was just going to tell you a short little story again, but like I said, this is more like for a therapy thing. If they ever want to come check my references, I really don't need a goddamn babysitter. If it's anybody, the dude I stay with needs a fucking babysitter. Okay? We're both old enough. He's not my, anything to do with me. Legally, I have never gave him possession of anything of mine. And I never would legally give any of my shit to anybody. Especially with the fucking state's electronical signature. Are you fucking, sorry, are you freaking kidding me? And other things about how this state runs is just different than everybody else. That's all I gotta say. I just got here. It's called Utah, and it's Ogden. That's all I know. It kind of looks like I'm at a east side or a basin side of area for my next project or therapy, whatever you want to call it. It includes just my behavior and how you can judge however you want. Of behavior, personality, attitude, spirit, punk, junk, whatever, bass, whatever. So, like, I was trying to say, they're trying to make fun of shit. So, like, if I'm all crying one day, is that a whole nother personality? Just joking. Like, that's how they're acting. Like, just because you cry, you're like a whole nother attitude of personality or some shit. My voice pretty much stays on everywhere I go. Sometimes I mumble or go down low. Doesn't mean I'm a whole new personality. I just can't stand this fucking shit. Judge it however you want, but I've been only judged by the Utah people. For some reason, I got sanctioned over here to do these research or I don't know. There's a Mandi terrace or we're supposed to check something with these names and birthdays. Which ones go with what? Something. I'm still reading the packet, what exactly I'm supposed to do. Because they just brought me here to sit in this room and be creative or whatever. And learn how to teach myself not to talk. Until I get a therapy manager, assistant to tell me to shut up or have a code word like, hey, or again, or I've had enough, or maybe you shouldn't say that, or whatever it is. So then I'd be quiet. Because when I go outside, I usually don't be doing this stuff. Unless certain people come around, then I start to talk more. And like I said, I'm talking about myself. I'm not talking about all these. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know why I've been fucking. I know what I'm saying. I just, sometimes when it's kind of like a storybook and the characters are just coming through, and usually the artists or the writers, they have it in their head and they just type it down. I just talk about it like, and I never write it down. So now I'm doing the video part of it, I guess. But now this is my channel at the YouTube Redwee, Miss Mandi. And if there's a secret, or it's called Don't Tell, this will be the story to watch or whatever.